Like a fine wine aged to perfection until the bottle shatters against the rocks of history. Two ancient warriors of radio broadcasting take to the airwaves of Madison for anyone brave enough to listen to the unvarnished truth, or something like that. It's John and Gordy in the morning on 92.7 WMDX.
Okay.
It's just asking.
Good morning.
You know, with this major storm that we've got going on here, you got to ask those questions. Are we on? And boy, I saw some huge bolts of light.
I know. Thunder and lightning.
Gorgeous.
Rolling across southern
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the way it starts
It's
today.
not real bad out there. I don't
No.
think there's a lot of flooding or anything like that. Nothing on University Avenue, which is susceptible to new lakes.
Yeah. Yeah, you make that drive every morning, don't you?
I do.
From Middleton?
I do, yeah.
Right
The
down
whole thing.
University Avenue. Yeah.
So I've got the University Avenue report for you each and every morning here.
Good. That's great. Yeah, we did get, and we're getting some pretty moderate rain here right now.
Yeah,
and
it's not too bad.
it's not awful. You know, grab the umbrella before you walk out.
Oh boy, check those windshield wipers. Make sure they're intact.
Take your galoshes and mucklucks. We've got some gully washers out there.
And for those who are driving those old vehicles out there, you know, that aren't electric,
Oh, you got the space car back?
I got the space car. Well, I've been driving around all week.
Oh,
So the space
only
car
Tuesday.
has automatic windshield wiper detection of rain.
that must be
And it's
fun.
unbelievable whether it's heavy or light. It
Yeah.
knows when to move the windshield wipers fast or slow or just stop. It is unbelievable.
That's great.
I mean,
Does it ever startle you while you're, driving along? All of a sudden,
No,
the windshield wipers just kicked in. Yeah.
the only bad thing is I don't have a rear windshield
Oh,
wiper,
oh.
which I think is a little unusual,
Sad.
but
Mm.
you know, it's so automatic. The car is so automatic. I'm thinking of just getting some kind of in-car microwave and just enjoy myself, make snacks,
Just live there?
sit on the seat and let it drive itself.
Why not? Yeah. Well, that's good. I didn't know that you had it back from the shop. So you've been having all kinds of problems with
Will
it.
you leave that alone?
'Cause you got a brand new car. It spends a
Yeah.
week and a half in the shop. And,
It's because again a recall on a piece that would help recharge the 12-volt battery, the tiny little battery that sits under the hood. Without that, you can't run the gigantic battery
I
that
see.
covers the entire bottom of the car.
So have other batteries in there, like a couple of 9 volts and some D
Well,
cells.
I'll find out.
Okay. Good morning. That's John Peterson. I'm Gordy Young and Roscoe Dominic Lee. We're pushing the buttons and flipping the switches. Good
That's
morning,
me.
Tom.
Good morning.
Good. That's good.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
92.7 WMDX.
I got to tell you guys
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, please.
All right. I got to tell you about
all
my
right.
day yesterday. All right. Not to
Okay.
make it all about me.
All right, fine.
Okay, yeah, no.
No,
Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about you.
Yeah.
But
What was your day like?
I went to go see a movie yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I went to go see Weapons, which was that new
Weapons.
horror movie
Yes.
that's in theaters.
Yes.
Really good.
Really?
Really, really good. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Wow, that is good
Yes.
for a murder slasher movie?
It is.
or-
Yep. 95% on Rotten Tomato. Really.
Wow.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I strongly recommend anyone that's listening
Okay.
to watch Weapons
Okay.
in theaters.
All right.
Well, we'll have to talk to Pete Schwaba about that.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Yeah.
with us a little bit later on.
He's
Yeah.
in the know. He's seen a lot of movies, I think. Do they have movies up north? I think they do.
I think they do. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't go see Naked Gun yet. Maybe I'll see that today.
Yeah. I know.
It's getting sort of mixed, good reviews, but sort of mixed.
You know, a movie like that, you
Yeah.
either like it or you don't like
right?
it.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like the airplane movies,
Mm.
you know, the Naked Gun movies. I enjoyed them.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, you know, there's a lot of one-liners and people don't like one-liners or jokes that build up. to a one-liner, then they won't like the movies at all. But
Okay.
I thought it was an interesting casting.
So you saw Naked Gun?
No.
Oh, you haven't
But
seen
no, I'm saying that, replacing, who was it, the original guy?
that would be
from Police Squad.
Oh, God. Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
It's hard to replace a guy like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was great.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So funny. And he would, I've seen a few clips of him lately just because of the new movie coming out.
Yes.
They throw a bunch of old stuff up.
Yeah.
But when he'd make talk show appearances,
Mm-hmm.
he'd bring a whoopee cushion with him.
Yeah.
And they'd get into the interview quite a ways, and then he'd let it go.
He'd spring it on everybody.
And it was great.
Which is creative as hell, right?
So silly, but
it's an old joke. He's an old guy. He brings in the whoopee cushion, but he made it work, right?
Yeah.
And he was just very dry, great sense of humor. I saw him. We were watching a few other movies over the weekend, and he was in a movie, and I just didn't watch the whole movie. I just, sampled it, but he was in a movie very recent. I can't remember what it was, but I thought, really, was he alive at that time?
He died about 10 years ago.
10 years ago or so, yeah. And it just seemed, wow, there he is. So,
I don't know.
Working all the way up to that point.
Okay.
But
well, maybe the AI generate,
well,
faked
I don't
No?
this didn't seem to have that budget.
Okay. All right.
Wow. Yeah, that would be something else.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to the rain. Looks like we're going to see rain off and on through most of the day. Rain and showers and high about 77 today. So not quite as warm and muggy as we've had lately, but still, we got the showers to deal with. That's right.
There's Pee-wee running down State Street. Look up, Pee-wee.
Look out. You know what happened overnight? Taylor Swift released her new album, her 12th album. I know you were waiting for that, but she didn't really give anybody any warning. This was kind of snuck up on everybody.
It's a shocker.
I know. Tom went out and bought it right away.
Well, suddenly, they were changing the headlines, the newspapers everywhere. Trump takes over DC, that was gone, man. That's old news.
That's right.
Taylor Swift has a new album, and what's the title?
It's called The Life of a Showgirl. And since it's her 12th album, she released it. She dropped it, as the kids say.
They dropped it.
She dropped it at 12:12 a.m. this morning. Oh. And then her website immediately crashed because all the Swifties got online. They didn't know what happens.
Do they not have a life?
I guess not.
And I think she announced it on Travis Kelce's podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what I saw too.
Yeah.
They're still together. My God.
And she's doing I guess it's a pre-sell. It's not just a pre-sell, but it's a pre-sell for the album. I don't know how that works anymore.
It's good that she got out there early. She has a hard time selling those albums.
Right. Oh, boy. Yeah, she's doing well. She's still with Travis. And I think it was her brother's. Maybe it was Travis's podcast or his brother.
Jason Kelce's, Travis's brother. I think it was on his podcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe for those of you that are tracking that.
He's almost as popular.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's always good to know. We always have that discussion at home, when it comes to like, is she good or is she mediocre? And we always get to the point where she's got really, really good songs.
Yeah.
Great songs.
I think so.
They're just not distinctive enough. They just don't have that uniqueness that you hear it, the first few notes, it's her coming up.
She was she was big in the country world for a while.
Yeah.
For when she first came out, when she first broke out.
Which shows you just how country is nowadays.
And then it was a big controversy when she left country music and became a pop star. With all the country folks shunned her.
She lost a whole bunch of listeners.
But gained a whole bunch more.
Oh, yeah. Slightly more, I guess.
She's done all right for herself. Yeah. Good for her.
I'm waiting for the AI version of a singing Trump doing his pop
Are ya?
song. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Really?
Gotta find one like that.
There's so much out there. So many AI documentaries,
Yeah.
projections of what the future would look
Oh,
like
my
with
God.
Trump
Yeah.
as the king. This is an amazing thing. I didn't expect that out of AI, but there are some really good pieces of production produced by AI
Is that right?
that predict the future.
Mm.
Do this little science fiction thing, and
Yeah.
it's some of it's working out really well.
Mm.
And I think it's great because it documents this time.
Mm.
So we'll go back to some of those,
Yeah.
where,
Years from now.
where we just kind of winced. Oh, another AI generated thing
Mm-hmm.
with actors and everybody appearing in it, but no one gave permission and they're in there. But it's just it documents this moment. It's a snapshot in time for all of us.
Thanks for sharing.
All right, that's our
That's kind of profound.
Polaroid moment.
Well, let's get to Would You Rather, because everybody's waiting on the edge of their chair to find out what Dominic has up on his sleeve. Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's see if there's any more reverb.
I think we're all out of reverb.
I don't think we can go any more.
Took it all.
Yeah. Well, I can't even. That second word, I can't even hear it. I'm hearing it less and less.
I know. I know.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I was serious when I made that too.
That's why I laugh.
Well,
It's just amazing that you actually thought, well, that's good.
I tried it. It was worth a shot.
But it was, one of the first things you've done.
It was
And
literally,
and we're good with it. We're going with it.
Yeah, that was the first few weeks. All right. First question. Would you rather live in the world of Lord of the Rings or Star Wars? I think I know John's answer on this one.
I'm leaning towards Star Wars in this one.
Why?
Well, Lord of the Rings is fantastic. I love to live in Hobbiton, but I just it's such a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And you just kind of opened this thing up for me, but I play Lord of the Rings. We watch it over and over and over again.
Really?
Only because it just takes me into that world. It is just so fantastic, so well done. It looks so real. You just fall into it, and it's a great escape. It's how I escaped this weird Trump land that
we're in right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
I'm knowing more and more about you than I thought I would.
Maybe too much, right?
Well, I'm going to go with Star Wars. I enjoyed the first two or three.
I think Star Wars too. I think I want to see C-3PO.
Like the future.
So you like those little puppets,
The little creatures?
Little creatures.
Yeah.
What are they?
I can't remember.
Do you remember
It's
what
a long
those?
time ago.
Ewoks.
The Ewoks. Yeah,
Nice.
that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ewoks. All right.
Yeah, you love those
Next
Ewoks.
question.
Next, we got a minute. All right.
All right.
Next
sorry.
question. Which shoe would you rather wear every day for the rest of your life? Pink Ugg boots or pink Crocs? Which one, guys? We got to make this quick.
Crocs.
Ugg
Crocs.
boots. Ugg boots.
Ugg boots. Okay.
They don't make tap shoes.
Yeah, no tap shoes. No tap shoes. They're not allowed for that. They're not allowed.
What about you?
Did not know that.
Pink. I'd say pink Crocs. I would
Okay.
say pink
Yeah,
Crocs.
there you go.
All right. Good enough. Okay.
Well, that was
and
pretty
was Would You Rather. You need a closing.
We
come
do.
up with a new close.
But
for
it
that.
has to have reverb, right?
It's got to have a lot more. Try delay
It
this
has to
time.
have-
Lots of delay
No,
and
le-
reverb.
Yeah. Both.
Combine them.
All right.
We're just getting going on a Tuesday morning. We will take a brief pause here for the cause from our beloved sponsors. Coming back with more.
WMDX, John and Gordy in the morning, 92.7. And this is where I always say, check us out on the Civic Media app and text us or voice note us. We'd love to hear from you because we take audience participation on this show seriously.
Do we?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
how seriously? I mean,
if no, really, they are very serious about, expecting a certain level of audience participation on this program. And we're going to follow through on this if it kills us.
Okay.
So you wanted me to go down that road. So
I don't know.
A rabbit hole and I had to drop through.
Sure. Phone lines are open, 608-879-8255. I just never heard you talk so seriously about the serious participation of the serious callers.
Well, we take them very seriously, even though they can't take us very seriously.
Well, they can call in and joke around, too. They don't have to be serious, right?
Oh, yeah.
They can have some fun.
They can be humorous.
Okay.
Call in, have some fun. Have some fun.
Hey,
come
on.
There you go.
There we go.
There.
Right.
Sum it up.
Voice of
Bottom
reason.
lined it for me. Boom.
Okay.
Mic drop.
This portion of John and Gordy in the Morning is brought to you by our friends at Verlo Mattress. Start the school year off right with a mattress set built just for your student. That's right. It's back to school time. Twin size sets start at $3.99. Full size sets at $4.99. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save 20% on 2 accessories. Save 30% on 3 accessories.
Wow.
You know how that goes.
Yep.
Keep upping the ante there, and you'll save 100%.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
Won't
You
even
get
have
money back.
Yeah. Prepare for a sleep sanctuary like no other with amazing accessories and so much more at verlo.com. You can check them out there or go to their east side location or west side location. That's Verlo Mattress. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. We've often.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I know. And seeing showing Taylor Swift make the announcement
there it
with
is.
Travis.
We have Matt on the phone.
Oh, we have
there?
Matt on the phone. Sure,
Okay.
let's take Matt. Matt, what do you got for
Matt
us
from
today?
Middleton.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning, guys. It's raining again. What
Thank
is
you.
going on here?
I know.
Yeah. Thanks for
Rainiest
that.
summer ever.
It is.
So I just wanted to ask, your opinion on this, because is it even worth trying to keep America together after this MAGA horror show?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's worth.
Wouldn't we blue states be better off without the red states, honestly?
Yeah, if we had a bridge or something to each blue state, that would be a fantastic idea. Maybe a portal of some sort.
Yeah. Well,
I agree, but we got to bring it all back. It's a reconstruction, and that's maybe what the Democrats will have to call it.
Well, the reason I think we can't do that, and the union has failed miserably, is because you now have this 28% white nationalist Christian fanatic group that no longer wants. They don't even want to share the country with us. They literally want us out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you get back from that?
That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of this stretches the imagination to a point where we can imagine coming back from this, but I don't know. That's our big story, by the way, the takeover of the U.S. in micromanagement of this administration, or Trump anyway, not even the administration so much. It's just Trump. He's controlling everything.
Because he gives us an opportunity by breaking everything, right? He's tearing it all down, breaking it all.
And then he's going to fix it.
So the way we rebuild could be better, but not if we have to drag these Neanderthals with us.
Well, yeah. It's almost, the media kind of fell in place on this for some crazy reason. I don't know how, but, Trump made all these threats about the tariffs and big high tariffs on other countries. And then they settled for lower tariffs, but still high tariffs. And everybody's going, oh, what a relief. No, it wasn't a relief. It was a distraction. It was a con. Well, I'm going to do this at this high point, and then they bring it down lower. But we're supposed to be happier for bringing it down lower. It's all just a con.
Shell game. Yeah, it's a distraction.
Well, MAGA is a big cop out. It's all smoke and mirrors because they know they can't compete with China. Yeah. China actually invests in their country. They have long-term strategic thinking. America is a clown show. We're stupid. We look stupid to the entire world. We're proving we're stupid. So instead of trying to invest and compete, we're just going to make most of the Americans poor and impoverished. We're going to go back to slavery.
Could be. We've lowered the age. We're lowering the age as we continue down this path. That's right.
Lowering the bar every day. Yeah.
All right, Matt. Thanks.
Matt, thank you for that uplifting phone call.
Yeah. Positive message, Matt.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's go to Mark right now. Mark, what do you got for us?
Mark, we got about a minute. Go ahead.
Minute and a half.
That involuntary servitude is actually allowed under the 13th Amendment if they've convicted somebody of a crime, and with Trump's new militarized police force, who knows if they're actually going to be following actual law enforcement procedures in Washington, D.C., or wherever the hell else he decides to activate the military against the citizenry. I mean, he is actually what the anti-federalists warned us about. The president could become. The Supreme Court enabled with their whole executive, immunity thing that Biden should have actually, done all this stuff. And that Trump would be in a cell of little ease, like from the Tower of London, and the rest of MAGA along with him. And that I'm just wondering what happens when Jane Pirro gets pulled over for drunk driving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, her little speech yesterday was something else.
Mark, thank you for that.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
It is 29 minutes past the hour. It's John and Gordy on a Tuesday morning. Rain showers out there. Coming back with Idiocracy right around the corner.
Little police squad here.
WMDX, Madison, Wisconsin.
As the 21st century began, human evolution was at a turning point. Intelligence continued to decline until humanity was incapable of solving even its most basic problems.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
No! You dense, irritating miniature beast of burden!
Idiocracy.
For the smartest guy in the world, you're pretty dumb sometimes.
And we're recognizing it day by day by day.
Yep.
Wow. Idiocracy is coming up right here on WMDX. John and Gordy in the morning. What a strange rainy day today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this rain never showed up on my radar, on my app this morning.
Are you kidding? Really?
No, it's weird, isn't it?
I saw it on radar.
Well, I know it's on everybody else's radar apps, but mine.
Something's wrong with your radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost wore shorts today thinking, oh, it's a nice day.
Oh, God, don't go there.
I actually wore shorts. This is the first time I ever wore shorts in my life. And it's like actually
in your
cool.
life?
Really?
I always wear. I always wear.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
I got to
See,
start changing.
I wore shorts yesterday.
Did you?
I did.
Wow.
I didn't notice. Huh.
No, not here. I didn't wear them here.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to walk
I
around
don't think
the
I'd
office.
go out in public.
Yeah.
With shorts.
Okay. 6:36. Yes, rain showers off and on today, but more on than off, and some thunderstorms in the mix. Highs around 77.
Yeah.
This portion of the show brought to you by Madison Hearing Aid Center. They're at 4706 Cottage Grove Road in Madison. They offer fast and flexible appointments. They're family-owned and community-focused. You can call Jim or Sarah if you're having hearing problems. Give them a call, 608-249-4077. They've helped John out. They helped me out. They can help you, too. Go to MadisonHearingAidCenter.com. You can take an initial hearing test there and then set up an appointment. That's MadisonHearingAidCenter.com. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll do a keyword. We're getting ready for our listener appreciation party at Doundren's. That happens on September 6th. That's a Saturday. 3 o'clock is the start time. Doundren's Distilling on Cottage Grove Road. We're going to have our big listener appreciation party, and everybody's invited. It's open to the public, but we do have some VIP passes for a select few, and we'll be telling you more about that in about 10 minutes. You get a tour of the distillery, and also a few tastes along the way. So, and a swag bag of WMDX merch.
I can't wait for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Set your chronometer. Okay.
Okay.
Over to you, John Peters.
All right. So let's go to Idiocracy here. We've got a few stories, and this ought to please everybody. You know, the big story after 7 o'clock, we're going to be covering Trump's control over the D.C. police and everybody else.
Oh, boy.
And he's expanded that. Tip my hand here, but he's expanding it to New York, Chicago, L.A., wherever he chooses. He's thinking it was so easy in D.C., I can do this everywhere. So anyway, knowing that, this headline at WMTV, Channel 15 had the story yesterday.
Okay.
ICE is going to purchase AI technology that scans people's eyes from several feet away.
Oh, great.
Yes, and I'm not going to describe it. I'm going to let Channel 15 take that. Let's go.
All right.
ICE's newest tool for deportation is eye-catching, a technology allowing agents to capture someone's iris from 10 to 15 feet away just by using the camera on their iPhone, with an app that would match the iris with a photo they already have.
The iris is the part of your eye that everybody sees. It's color, it has stripes in it, these sorts of things. And they are unique to an individual.
U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement has issued a notice to purchase an AI technology from a company that uses iris recognition for enforcement and removal operations.
In general, it's quite accurate.
Steve Beatty is a computer science professor with MSU Denver.
Yeah, you can do it from quite a distance away, depending upon the magnification of your device.
The iris system captures over 265 points of unique characteristics.
On a government contract database, ICE says it's considering two of the company's products. One that can identify offenders based on their iris, and another that provides that data on a mobile app.
The innovation is now that it's much less expensive, that it can be done on less expensive devices, such as phones.
The technology compares the iris scan to other existing photos, like a criminal database photo or even a social media account.
Facial recognition companies have trolled essentially have scraped the internet for photos.
Biometric scanning is not new to Colorado, but it is regulated here.
The way that we saw facial recognition working was with one to identify and match, right? Versus profiling. That's two different things.
Democratic Rep. Jennifer Bacon co-sponsored a law in 2022 that required police agencies to share how they plan to use facial recognition and required it not to be the sole reason for an arrest or investigation. Arvada Police is one of the agencies that use it. Last year, they used a positive identification to identify a person in distress.
We know that AI shows up to help make things easier, but we have to differentiate between when AI is used as a tool to help make things easier.
But at the federal level, the facial recognition is not regulated the same way.
No, and that's why the states are worried about it.
Yep. That's why we're all worried about it.
Oh, what does it come to? It just,
as we advance technologically, it's it's gonna tap down everything in this country. We're afraid to do everything.
That's it. There's a lot of fear.
Yeah.
Looking over your shoulder. Yeah.
I mean, this is dangerous stuff. This is outrageous, and this is what I worried about when they had the LA protests as well, because of these cabs had 360 cameras in them. So they scanned the entire crowd around these burning vehicles during the protests. And that's why they burned them, because they had the 360 cameras in them. And facial recognition would come in very handy in this case if ICE had this technology. I don't know if they had it at the time or if they were using it in LA, but this is going nationwide apparently, and now they got another way to keep us in line.
What about wearing sunglasses? Can they scan your eyes, irises?
Probably not. I'm just wondering with regular glasses, because there is a reflective nature to it, so they can't get an exact read, right?
I think we should come up with John and Gordy sunglasses, protect you from.
That's right.
We can make some money on this.
Anti-iris
sunglasses.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Let's workshop that. Put that on the list.
That's going to be at the John and Gordy gift shop. So
you can make a few bucks on it anyway.
Even if it doesn't work.
Yeah, even if they don't work.
But they'll look
I think
cool.
I think it would.
Just like the spirally X-ray glasses.
Like X-ray. Well, really, if you're wearing there must be some ways you can protect yourself.
We should just have like they add mirrors to glasses, right?
Oh, we should have
the mirror spiral.
Yeah.
Right. We should have spirals, and so people can recognize the John and Gordy anti-iris glasses.
Okay. I'll put that on the list, Tom. We'll work on that.
Okay. All right.
Well,
okay.
While we're talking about authoritarian governments, strongmen, this was asked of Grok. What type of government does the Trump administration resemble by its actions? I thought this is apropos for the moment here.
Okay.
This is Grok now.
Okay.
Based on its aggressive executive orders, loyalty tests for officials, mass deportations, regulatory rollbacks, and challenges to judicial oversight, the Trump administration resembles an authoritarian regime, prioritizing executive power over democratic checks and balances. This echoes illiberal democracies like Hungary under Orban. All right. Now he continues, or it continues. Grok. If left unchecked, Trump's authoritarian trajectory could lead to eroded civil liberties, you think, suppressed dissent via media crackdowns and loyalty purges, economic turmoil from unchecked tariffs and deregulation, weakened global alliances, and potentially rigged elections, mirroring declines in Hungary or Turkey, risking a de facto one-party state with lasting democratic backsliding. There you go. That's Grok.
That's a mouthful. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't sound anything like Elon at
word
this point.
salad.
Yeah. Well, it's one way of describing it.
Yes.
And another way of owning the libs. Turning us into an authoritarian state. What a way to own the libs, guys.
Wonderful.
Hey, CJ, I hope you're happy with this.
We haven't heard from CJ.
And they'll
lately.
have CJ's iris as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
think about that. And my mega friend in Milwaukee.
Maybe we could also develop some contact lenses. Maybe that would work just as well. You know, that way.
Yeah. That might be a little too technical for John and Gordy in our production line.
Again, got a lot of workshopping to do on these things.
Yeah. That would be my guess. Why don't we get to what?
It is 6:45.
Okay, as soon as we do this, then we'll get to a 3-minute cut from Rachel Maddow talking about being a dictatorship.
Okay. Dom, you got some music here. We want to talk about our listener appreciation party brought to you by Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove. Mark this date on your calendar, September 6th, 3 o'clock. It's going to be the ultimate WMDX listener appreciation party, and you are invited. We're inviting everybody to come to Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove to socialize and build a community. Yeah, so bring your work tools, your hammers, and saw. We're going to build something. We're going to have some good drinks there and a fun time, and you can bring the kids. They have an outdoor facility there for playground for the kiddos. We're even giving you a chance to win a VIP invite to the party. And if you get a VIP pass here, you and a guest will get a free tour of the distillery, including a tasting of some of their spirits and a WMDX swag bag. So to enter, well, just listen up here, because here is the key word, and you're going to want to use the Civic Media app to text in to win. We'll select a couple of winners a day here, and we'll let you know if you get the VIP passes. The key word is maple, okay? Maple, M-A-P-L-E, maple, because they have a maple syrup liqueur at Downdren's.
Perfect.
That sounds tasty.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the key word. You can text us before 8 a.m. here. Maple is the key word. Use your Civic Media app. All right.
Matt chimed in. He texted us. He said, we'll all start wearing masks in public, like in V for Vendetta.
Ooh.
Dystopian has arrived. All right. That's I can visualize that,
Yeah.
I really can.
Me too.
Now, we don't have time to get to Rachel Maddow's warning. We'll do it after. We'll do it after the break. Don't worry about it. I got it covered, man.
You do? Okay.
All right.
Good deal.
How about this? This is a knife company, and this is the owner of the knife company lamenting the tariffs that we have. This is cut 6. Look for cut 6, and let's play it.
Okay.
The Montana businessman. Let's listen.
Okay.
This Trump supporter is finding out the hard way. Josh Smith runs Montana Knife Co. He voted for Trump, probably thinking that America First would help small manufacturers like him, but instead, he just got hit with a $77,000 tariff just for buying a machine from Germany that he literally can't get in the US. He really thought the guy who's bankrupted multiple casinos was going to help him and his small business? What a moron. Only 2 companies in the world make a blade grinding machine that he needs.
Yeah.
And they're both in Germany. Thanks to Trump's EU tariffs, Josh has to pay an extra 15%. But wait, it gets better. He used to buy his steel from a US-based company in New York, but that company went bankrupt, and now his steel comes from Sweden.
Okay. All right.
well,
So you're getting the idea that he's not real happy about the tariffs at all. Another big fan of Trump.
All right. We will continue with more Idiocracy on John and Gordy in the morning after a few well-chosen words and phrases from our devoted sponsors. Stay with us.
crazy pad. Man, it's a mad pad.
It is. We're very mad here. WMDX. It's John and Gordy sitting here in the morning on State Street, a block away from the Capitol in the capital city of Madison.
That's it. 7 minutes before the top of the hour. Rainy start this morning. We'll see showers off and on, highs in the mid to upper 70s. In our next hour, Pete Schwaba will join us. We're going to talk some movies and some media with Pete. Want to remind you our keyword this hour and up until 8 a.m. is maple. If you want to get in on our listener appreciation party with a VIP pass, we'll be giving those away this week and next week. Maple is the key word. That listener appreciation party is coming up September 6th, 3 p.m. at Downdren's Distilling. Okay.
All right. I just want to let everybody in on a little secret here, okay? I do a lot of research for this show.
Yes, you do.
And every once in a while, I find an interesting story out there.
Yeah.
And when it comes to maybe doing the story on the air here, I reconsider. What seemed
you have second thoughts?
What seemed funny and eclectic and interesting
last night it
doesn't come across that way first thing in the morning. I have a story here on Star Trek character histories that I find to be a nightmare, like the Klingon history. And I have an interview with a guy who speaks Klingon, and he was teaching his baby Klingon as the first language.
Oh God!
Now I'm sitting here thinking, do I really want to play this story?
Well, come on,
I'm going to save everybody that horror.
Really?
No, okay, maybe down the line somewhere I'll just slip it in, and you won't even know it. All right.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Well, what else you got? Then?
In place of that, let's get to Rachel Maddow warning everybody about the dictatorship. All right.
Okay.
I've been saying that for like 4 or 5 months that we were under a dictatorship. Trump was already acting that way. He was already the dictator in his head, and I recognized it first. I was the very first broadcaster in American history to have recognized this dictatorship.
Yes.
Oh, I hate to take too much credit.
Yeah.
Well. Maybe I don't mind taking too much credit. Anyway, here's Rachel Maddow, and let's listen to what she had to say.
Life has not stopped, and none of our personal lives have stopped. But also at the same time, life in the United States is profoundly changing, is profoundly different than it was even 6 months ago. Because we do now live in a country that has an authoritarian leader in charge. We have a consolidating dictatorship in our country. And it sounds melodramatic to say it. I know. I mean, it's secret police, right? A massive, anonymous, unbadged, literally masked, totally unaccountable internal police force that apparently has infinite funding, but no identifiable leadership. And they act in ways designed to instill maximum fear and use maximum force. I mean, when you imagine an authoritarian country, right, what you imagine is masked secret police breaking people's car windows and snatching people off the streets and out of church parking lots and courtroom hallways and taking them away with no charges, no notice, no paperwork, no explanation, not letting them see lawyers, and then moving them secretly to what are effectively black site prisons, where they won't tell you who's there and where no one's allowed in to see what's going on, right? Frame everything as immigration enforcement. Because for immigration enforcement, not only is all force justified, but maximum force is preferred. And they're trying to make it into a national entertainment to threaten to feed immigrants to alligators in South Florida. They're making them eat off dishes on the floor like they're dogs. The Chrome Detention Center in Florida. The Republican Party wants to sell T-shirts about that. And if you think it's only about immigrants, take the president's own word for it when he says the homegrowns are next. And then he starts musing publicly about which Americans he intends to strip of their citizenship. Protests must be criminalized. Media must be intimidated into saying and doing what the leader wants, or they must be shut down, or both. Universities must be intimidated into saying and doing what the leader wants, or they must be shut down, or both. Law firms must be intimidated into not opposing him and saying and doing what he wants, or they must be shut down. And from institutions like that, it's not just the boldest or most strident critics of the president who must be shut down. It's the most mainstream, right? It's the most prestigious, the most credible, because that's what's so dangerous about them. There can't be any source of authority. There can't be any source of authoritative statements of fact that compete with what the leader insists must be the new truth. And so government departments will be stripped of their experts, and he will fire his way through them until they tell him things that he wants to be told.
My question is fiscal. With $450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and $600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps, and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
We have total clarity now on what Trump's intentions are for the country. But I mean it when I say we. The country gets it and is more against it than they've ever been. And opposing this administration and what Trump is trying to do is turning out to be the story of the century.
And, you know, one of the things
Rachel Maddow.
Rachel Maddow, and one of the things we're really talking about here are brown shirts now taking over our government. They are the police state that we were warned about way back when. And that's happening now. I was bringing it up yesterday about the brown shirts, and my friend, mega friend in Milwaukee said, "You're talking about brown shirts? Do you mean the law enforcement in D.C.? He's okay with this. Yes, it's
really?
Law enforcement. Are you for the criminals?" That's his response to me.
Oh, man.
They're not worried.
Well, this is Trump's private army.
Yeah.
He's declared, really.
Exactly.
The brown shirts. Yes. They're all in.
Man, and the shocking thing is he's not even worried about any of this.
No, not at all. Okay, it is 6:59. Got news and a weather update coming up. And in our next hour, Pete Schwaba will join us. Stay with us for more of John and Gordy on WMDX Madison.
okay here. This is NASA 1 calling 10 seconds now. 10 seconds, roger. 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looks good at NASA 1, roger. VCS arm switch is on. Okay, Victor. Landing rocket arm switch is on. Here comes the throttle. Chevy breakers in. We have separation. Roger. I've got a blowout. Neighbor 3. Pitch to 0. Pitch is out again. Hold altitude. Correction. Alpha 4 is on. Track collectors emergency. Oh, and she's breaking up. She's breaking.
A man barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability to make the world's first bionic man.
John Peterson.
Will be that man. Better than he was before. Better. Stronger. Faster.
How about that? Gordy's back. That's great. Gordy!
Gordy!
What do you say, man? I always knew he had talent. I knew it when I hired him as weatherman. There was just something about the way he handled his pointer. Gordy!
Now, here they are, live from our studios on State Street in Madison, Wisconsin. John Peterson and Gordy Knight.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Please.
Stay
seated.
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
This is WMDX. Hey, we've got the big story coming up here.
Yes, we do.
It's Trump taking over the entire country and each and every city now. His plans to go nationwide and take over every blue city he can manage.
Why
well,
not?
which he can't manage.
Yeah.
But I heard
micromanaging.
I heard an interview of a taxi driver in D.C.
Yeah.
And they asked him, well, what do you think of all this? And the guy says, well, I'm all for it. I feel safer with all these police around. Whoa.
Okay.
That is scary stuff.
Yeah, it is. Okay, it's 8 minutes past the hour, and it's John and Gordy, along with Dom, our producer. Rainy start this morning, 77 for a high today. We'll see showers and maybe a few thunderstorms along the way. This portion of the show brought to you by Verlo Mattress. They're having a back-to-school sale during the month of August. Start the school year off right with a mattress set built just for your student. For bigger dreams, your student needs the best sleep, and for that, it's got to be Verlo. They're locally owned and operated. They have a store on the east side of Madison and on the west side of Madison, or go to Verlo.com. Check out their lifetime comfort guarantee. That's Verlo.com. And want to remind you, our key word for the rest of this hour is maple. Okay, maple. That will get you into the listener appreciation party. Actually, the party's open to everybody, but we're going to select a few winners for our VIP swag bag. You get the WMDX. Oh, there's all kinds of goodies in there. And a free tour of the distillery at Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove. And we're going to have some good drinks and have a little bit of fun there. That happens on September 6th. That's a Saturday, 3 p.m. And everyone's invited to that. But again, get the keyword into us. You can use the Civic Media app. And the word is MAPLE, M-A-P-L-E. We'll select a couple of winners a day this week and next week. And you'll get a chance to win those VIP passes to take a tour of the distillery. Get that WMDX swag bag. John?
Well, DC's being taken over by the federal government.
Yeah.
The more police, the safer you should feel.
All over the place.
All right. We have a text from Mark. This is interesting. We were talking about CJ earlier. CJ was on Maggie's show and whined when he wouldn't just answer the questions she put to him. His attitude seems to be all hail Lord Trump. According to this, Mark says, I have my Guy Fawkes mask ready. Now I just need the knives and cape. And by the way, V for Vendetta is one of the best movies I've ever seen. I'm inspired by that movie. That's one of those great films. You really have to go out and see that. All right. Maybe we'll talk to
Pete Schwab
about that and other amazing things that are happening at the theaters.
Yeah. He's coming up in about a half hour.
Yeah. Well, let's get.
We got a phone call.
Oh, we do
here,
have
John.
Joe. Let's go to Joe right away.
Good morning, Joe.
Right.
What do you got for us?
Hi, guys. I don't think you can give more attention to this occupation of Washington, D.C. It's just absolutely mind-blowing because it is so insane. Okay, this taxi driver says he feels safer. What do the statistics say? not how you feel. What do the statistics say? And obviously it's been 30, they've not had this low of a rate in violence, in crime in DC in 30 years. Obviously they're heading the right way. And then Bigfoot, Mr. Liar president is going to be moving in. He's talking about going into Baltimore. Baltimore has had a 50-year low in homicides. New York City, he's talking about going into. Here's a headline about New York City. NYPD announces record low shooting victims in the first half of 25.
Wow.
So where are we in terms of they're going in the right direction? He's going to throw all these troops in there to what? To what end? What are the metrics he's going to use to say whether this 30-day occupation is going to do anything? I mean, what are we talking about? He's going to go from city to city having 30-day occupations and then renew the emergency and then renew it again. How is this going to go in the future? Who's in charge of the police department? Are all the police force officers supposed to report to Donald Trump? Is that how it's going to be? He's their chief?
I think that's what it
is. How does this work?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's allowed the police departments to do whatever they want. I mean, that's directly from the commander-in-chief. Do whatever you want. That's the orders to a police department that has rules, regulations, whatever, right?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. How does this go with lawsuits farther down the line when there are rules in place and then people are breaking them? I mean, it's his usual theatrics for nothing. Because we are paying for this, people. We are paying for it. So, at any rate, more to be found out. But I'm sure he's going to wipe it out just like Superman in 30 days.
Probably.
Right. In 30 days. What's he going to have the lowest number in 60 years? I mean, what's the metric to say that this is working? Thanks a lot.
All right.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Joe. Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
care about the numbers. He just wants a show. That's it.
And I think even if it's not working, he's going to go ahead with it anyway. Because at that point, he's got nothing to lose.
Right.
Which, by the way, that is the current state. And, the thing is, she brought up the fact that all these cities, their crime rates are going down. Regardless of whether they are Democratic cities or Republican cities, they're going down in DC. In general, crime is going down about 20 to 30%. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, across the board. Let's listen to his announcement of taking over DC here. This is Cut 96.
Okay.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in DC, and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States. I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the DC Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control. And you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening. They've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety
Well, that'll be a big job.
in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly.
All right. See, allowed to do their job. Anything they want. They're free.
Do whatever you
unchained.
need to do.
That's right.
Knock some heads.
At least one pundit in one of the TV talk shows had this to say about DC and lawlessness. Let's listen to that.
I mean, I have lived in the Washington metropolitan area for my entire life, almost 50 years now. I've lived in the city for 20 years. The most violent moment in my life in Washington, D.C., the greatest cause of a threat, not only physical threat, but bigger threat to the country and certainly to law enforcement officers, was January 6, 2021, when Donald Trump's supporters, his allies, some people who currently work for him, charged into the Capitol, beat cops, screamed profanities at them, yelled, "Kill the cops," said they wanted to hang the vice president of the United States. And Donald Trump's response to that here in the nation's capital, at the Capitol building, was to pardon everyone who was involved and in some cases rehire them into his government. So watching this play out in the White House briefing room without any mention of the violent crime that was committed on his behalf in Washington, D.C. is a little a little unusual.
Yeah, just
little.
just to say the least.
A little unusual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not only that, but as we've been talking about too, he has kind of struck on a great idea: take over cities, democratic cities, and he is going to take this nationwide. So let's listen to cut number 95 here. All right.
Right.
But hopefully LA's watching. That mayor also. The city's burning. And we're going to have the same thing here.
No.
But then I'm going to look at New York
Oh.
in a little while. Let's do this. Let's do this together.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's going to go pretty quickly. And if we need to, we're going to do the same thing in Chicago, which is a disaster. We have a mayor there who's totally incompetent.
Oh.
He's an incompetent man. And we have an incompetent governor there. Pritzker's an incompetent. His family threw him out of the business, and he ran for governor.
How about the money you lost?
And now I understand he wants to be president. But I noticed he lost a little weight, so maybe he has a chance. You know, you never know what happens.
I'll
But
ramble
Pritzker's a
little
gross
bit here.
incompetent guy, thrown out of the family business. But when I look at Chicago and I look at LA, if we didn't go to LA 3 months ago, LA would be burning like the part that didn't burn.
See.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just rambling.
He does. He's just making this stuff up as he goes along. But, you know, one of the funniest moments, I think, is when U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro, I can't even believe I'm saying that.
I know.
Judge Janine. Look, she came out there.
She
There's
knew
a
that
size difference.
They should have had a box for her to
I really
stand
think
on.
there should have been a box. It was a little, it was funny, you know, and not to say anything, you know, about a person's height, but she's, you know, it just came across
short.
kind of funny. That's all.
Okay.
Anyway, she came out there and I personally, I think this is what she said was something that a scriptwriter would have been, you know, ejected out of the room for coming up with, saying, "Yeah, we want this in the next episode of Idiocracy 2." Okay, they'll say, "No way, you can't say this." Well, here's Janine.
And my final note is this. These kids understand
She's drunk.
that the jurisdiction is through the state attorney general, Brian Schwab. I did a poster of the young man from Doge who was beaten bloody with a severe concussion, a broken nose. And then I did a poster of what happens to those kids because I can't arrest them. I can't prosecute them. They go to family court and they get to do yoga and arts and crafts. Enough. It changes today.
Oh boy. I'm telling you, this is a U.S. attorney. And the funny part about that is that she is sitting there making posters.
What is she talking
Making
about?
a poster.
Poster. Where are they going to put the posters? The
Yeah,
post office?
exactly. I know. Where are you going to put the posters? She's
Somebody
making
goes
these
to
posters to make herself
poster.
happy, keep her hands busy. I don't know what. She's not doing anything. I mean, Trump had to take over D.C. because she's not doing anything. I can't do anything. They're all too young.
Okay.
And then in a previous interview, she said, well, rehabilitation, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that
we
doesn't
got to
work.
stop doing that.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
19 past the hour. When we come back, we'll get an update on what's happening around the area weather-wise. We'll let you know. And a whole lot more coming up on John and Gordy in the morning on 92.7 WMDX Madison.
It's John and Gordy in the morning. We've got more coming up here. You just won't believe what Dan O'Donnell, morning guy in Milwaukee, had to say.
Okay, well, hold that thought. This portion of the show brought to you by Madison Hearing Aid Center. They're at 4706 Cottage Grove Road in Madison. They have fast and flexible appointments. They're family-owned and community-focused. You can call Jim or Sarah at 608-259-4077. They offer convenience over complexity. They're helping people change their lives. Their number one goal isn't just selling hearing aids. It's improving the quality of life through better hearing. Check out their website, MadisonHearingAidCenter.com. You can take an initial hearing test there and then set up an appointment.
Easy as that.
Yep, Madison Hearing Aid Center.
All right. Now, this is radio host Dan O'Donnell.
Okay.
He posted this. So, heavily Republican Waukesha County, which got hit just as hard with the recent rains that Milwaukee had to go through,
right,
gets no National Guard help? Yeah, good question, Dan. Yeah, this is something that's kind of interesting. I mean, it is a Waukesha County Republican Party, basically.
Yeah.
And they didn't ask for any help. So somebody else chimed in and answered to that. So if Waukesha County was hit just as hard, why hasn't your GOP buddy, Waukesha County Executive Paul Farrow, declared a state of emergency for the county like Milwaukee did, which would expedite flooding response efforts, including help from the state and federal government?
Yeah.
What about that, Dan?
What about it?
Yeah, because, you know, it looks like the Republicans in Waukesha County are just sitting back, a little lazy, not helping the people. And that's kind of what they've been doing all along, by the way. All right.
Okay.
All right. I want to get to this real quick. This is JD Vance. This is cut 89, if you can get to that. Listen to what JD Vance had to say. They just gave huge tax cuts to billionaires because they needed the extra money for something. I don't know what it was. But he feels a little remorse, JD does.
Yeah.
And he wants to help the common working class man. Now,
Does he really?
Let's listen to this.
Okay.
Do it. The second thing the tariffs are doing is it's bringing in a lot of additional revenue, which of course we're using to give tax relief to the American people and make it easier for average Americans to get by. So do it. The second thing the tariffs are doing is it's bringing in a lot of additional revenue, which of course we're using to give tax relief to the American people and make it easier for average Americans to get by.
All right.
So,
So make it, I wanted to repeat that for everybody to know that he's trying to make it easier for Americans to get by.
To get by.
You know, it's really nice of him to think of us in that way. He knows that we're having a tough time getting by. So he's going to make it a little easier for us to get by while they gave billions of dollars in tax cuts to the millionaires, to the wealthiest people in the world, and the wealthiest companies in the world.
Yeah.
And he's going to make it easier for us to get by.
That's nice of him to express that sentiment.
It's just, really condescending crap here, isn't it?
I guess so. Do you have time for Bill Gates?
Yeah, I think
no.
We do. Yeah, we do.
We do.
Let's play Bill Gates butter. This is this is the story.
He's got a new thing for butter. Okay.
It looks, smells, and tastes like the butter we're all familiar with, but without the farmland, fertilizers, or emissions tied to that typical process. And this butter breakthrough, it's happening right here in Batavia. In the middle of an industrial park in a suburb west of Chicago, something unprecedented is happening. The company is called Savor, and you better believe it. Their pioneering tech uses carbon and hydrogen.
This is pretty novel to be able to make food that looks and tastes and feels exactly like dairy butter, but with no agriculture whatsoever.
And no long ingredient list the average person can't pronounce.
It's really just our fat, some water, a little bit of lecithin as an emulsifier, and some natural flavor and color.
How? Fats are made up of carbon and hydrogen chains. The goal here, replicate those chains without animals or plants. And they did it. They tell me to simplify. They take carbon dioxide from the air and hydrogen from water, heat them up and oxidize them. The final result?
It looks like a wax, like a candle wax at first.
but they're fat molecules, like the ones in beef, cheese, or vegetable oils.
Sustainability is why we are here.
It's all done releasing zero greenhouse gases, using no farmland to feed cows.
The land footprint is like 1,000 times lower than what you need in traditional agriculture.
I know what you're thinking. How does it taste?
I love butter, so I'm going to take a really healthy amount.
Admittedly, surprisingly, like butter. Of the 51 billion tons of greenhouse gases emitted every year, 7% is from the production of fats and oils from animals and plants. So when could you get a taste yourself? Right now, they're working directly with restaurants, bakeries, and food suppliers, releasing these chocolates made with their butter in time for the holidays.
Savor butter in either its current manifestation or with our partners. We expect that to be on the shelves kind of more like around 2027.
All right, there you go.
Wait.
So can't wait for the butter.
Linda says it's
Can we go to
polio.
Dick? Can we go to Dick real quick here?
We don't have time right now, but
well,
hang
we
on,
have
Dick, maybe
Pete
after
Schwaber
the break.
coming up after the break. So
That's right. And this portion of the show brought to you by Verlo Mattress. Start the school year off right with a mattress set built just for your student. They have twin size sets right now, starting at just $3.99. Full size sets at $4.99.
platform beds.
They do have those too, John. Yes. For bigger dreams, your student needs the best sleep, and for that, it's got to be Verlo. 2 locations in Madison, East Side and West Side, or go to verlo.com for more information. Okay, 7:29. After we check on the Midwest Food and Farm Report, Pete Schwabo will join us from Nightlight, right here on John and Gordy in the morning.
I don't know.
WMDX Madison.
I'm a little worried about the butter coming from Illinois.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about
It's an invasion.
Stay with us.
Pete, can you hear us?
Hello, Pete. Hello, Pete.
You
There
can
he
hear-
is.
You can hear us now, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Got him.
All right.
There he is.
There we
Hello,
are.
Pete.
Make sure I get my clean laundry out of the shot. Okay.
Thank you for doing this, by the way. We
Yeah.
we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, how late do you usually sleep in?
Probably till about 9.
Yeah.
I try to sleep till 10, but I can never do it.
Yeah.
So
Me too. But for some reason, I sleepwalk through the show, and no one notices.
but don't say anything. Jeez.
Thanks for getting up early. For
Yeah.
Yeah, my pleasure, guys. Thanks for asking. It's always fun to be on with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to.
Anything in
what do we-
particular you guys want to cover? Or?
Yeah, I don't know how much you're paying attention to the releases that are out there. They don't stay in the theaters very long, Pete.
Right.
I wanted to see a couple of movies this week, and they're like the last week they're in the theaters, and I'm thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? And then I also
Right.
wanted to, talk about, you probably covered this as well, the ads at AMC theaters, and now they're having to cut them back. Have you heard about that?
I
one?
didn't know that. I did a thing about how they were adding them, but I
Yeah,
didn't know.
yeah.
I didn't hear that they were.
There was an outcry from 2 groups, and we can get into that. And
Okay.
and I want to talk about your endeavor into the movie.
Yeah, I watched The Godfather.
You watched it?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
It was hilarious.
Oh, wow. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it still.
Yeah.
I still gotta watch it.
Happy to talk about any of that stuff. Anything involving me, I am thrilled to talk about.
Okay.
All right. We'll bring you up often in this.
You don't have to talk about this on the air. Okay, are we on? Like, can people actually hear us?
No.
If they're watching
Are you
Facebook
sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's been your most difficult guest?
Oh well, okay. Maybe we We'll wait to
Well, I
talk
don't know
about
if you want to throw anybody under the bus or anything. I'm just curious
Come on,
for my
you
own.
have to.
For my
You're-
own.
You're a comedian. You throw a lot of people under the bus. You know, that's your job.
Besides Conrad, or
Yeah.
I don't know. Can people listening on the stream hear me right now?
Yeah, I'm worried about
I
that.
think
Never
so.
mind.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that's probably true. Let's not do it.
I honestly don't like any of my guests. Takes the focus off me, and I'm
Yeah.
telling you guys.
Okay, it's all about Pete. Okay, and we'll go with that.
All right.
I don't know if you heard.
When are you
our-
going to move down to
Yeah,
Madison,
it's true.
Pete? Just move down here.
I need
Bring
a
the
crib.
wife and you know.
Well,
You could stay in the Madison studios if you want. You can sleep here.
I think it's probably good shopping up there.
Yeah.
You know, it's,
Oh man, it's brutal. There's no. It's not good shopping and it's not good restaurants. But at the Green Bay studio, we do have 2 showers, so I don't want to brag.
oh yeah, geez.
And one of them finally
You
has
don't
a
have any
shower
shower.
curtain. I know.
Oh, that
So,
helps,
Yeah.
especially when somebody else walks in.
Yeah. It's kind of a bummer now. Now I got to use the other shower and hope somebody walks in. So
All right, 1 minute.
all right. Yeah, I just saw weapons yesterday.
Dom
Okay.
saw it.
we
You
gotta-
guys can talk about
Yes,
it.
I did too.
All right.
Yesterday.
Okay.
All right.
Around
This is
the same
good.
time. Okay.
Sounds
all right.
good.
All right.
When we score, I do the Pacarena. Packer fans do it from gentle to Nina. We all want more. Another pack score. In 96, so Reggie White we vote for.
Bar does a touchdown and he does a pack arena. Reggie White sacks the quarterback, he does a pack arena. Bumper pushes in the stands and he does a pack arena. Green Bay Pack Arena.
That was the team for me.
Oh yeah.
WMDX, John and Gordy in the morning.
Mm-hmm. It is 7:35. Cloudy skies now. We had some showers earlier. We'll probably get a little more rain along the way and highs in the mid to upper 70s. This portion of the show brought to you by Madison Hearing Aid Center. They're at 4706 Cottage Grove Road in Madison. They have fast and flexible appointments. Check out their website, madisonhearingaidcenter.com. You can take an initial hearing test online and then give them a call, 608-249-4077. Talk to Jim or Sarah. They are helping people change their lives. That's madisonhearingaidcenter.com.
All right, we are welcoming our very special guest.
Mm-hmm.
It is Pete Schwaba.
Good morning, Pete.
Good morning, guys. If I were less mature, I would have said like what?
Yeah.
Like after
Yeah.
the hearing aid thing, but I'm way too sophisticated.
I
for that.
know,
thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
You know, we introduced Pack Arena on the
We
show
did.
for the very first time with that plane. But it is a major element in your film, The Godfather of Green Bay. Now, you told us it was on Tubi, and we
Right.
checked it out there. It's also
Yeah, I saw
on
it.
Prime, which, you know, you would make a little money on if people played it there. So yeah, just a little.
Just a
But I
tiny bit.
gotta tell you, my wife and I, we just love the movie.
What
Absolutely.
year did you make that? When did that come out?
It came out in like 2007. We shot it in 2004, maybe 2006. We actually had our premiere at the Wisconsin Film Festival at the Orpheum, and it was a lot of fun. We shot in northern Wisconsin. I was still living in California at the time, and then we shot a few days in LA and Vegas too. But we shot 19 days in the Marinette Menominee area up here. It was fun.
But it was gorgeous. I don't know where you got the aerial views. Would you have drones for that, or
No, there weren't even drones yet. Like, maybe there were military drones.
Yeah.
But a guy named the cinematographer Dale Myron, God rest his soul, passed away a couple years
Oh.
ago. But he was just this fearless camera guy. He was hanging. He was telling the other guy in the helicopter, "Hang on to my belt." Like he's hanging out of the helicopter.
Yeah.
It was this sheriff that took us up in the helicopter. Was nice enough
great.
to give us his chopper and give us his time. But Dale was great, and he would, when we shot going to Vegas, from LA to Vegas, the car ride, he was in a pickup truck like 2 feet in front of this little crappy Geo, and he's going like this, like, "Come closer, come on." And I thought we were all gonna die. I mean, he had sandbags in the back of a pickup truck, and he's like, "We're going 65 on the way to Vegas." It was horrible. Like some of that guerrilla stuff you do when you're shooting an independent film.
But it just gorgeous autumn color in your film. It's just it's fantastic, and it really sets the mood, the whole feel for Green Bay Packers season. Everybody in the bar waiting for the game. It was just fantastic stuff, and I just I thought that you, as a leading man, I didn't really expect that, but there you are. You're the romantic interest. It was
Thank you.
Yeah, it was wonderful, and of course, it made it a lot easier to accept you as the leading man with Lauren Holly next door. Yeah, so,
yeah.
This was a great role for her, and she did a fantastic job in that film. Yeah.
She was so great, and it was one of the most surreal moments of my life. Like, we had started shooting, and I had met with her in LA, and she was just great. We were like, "Oh my gosh, we hit a home run." She had just adopted 3 boys, so she was kind of coming out of a short retirement of a couple of years, and she was just in a great place. She was happy to be working again, and she really liked the role. She knew a lot about football. So when she got to the set that night, I remember we were shooting another scene, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, all right, this is real. Lauren Holly is in Marinette, Wisconsin. So it was surreal, and it was just a wonderful time.
Now, what was the name of the bar that you shot in there?
Well, it's had a few different names. I think when we were, I think it burned down.
Oh, it's not there. It's not there anymore.
Burned down, and they rebuilt it because it was such a
Marinette has
landmark.
a suspicious amount of bar fires. I'll just say that.
No kidding.
I think when we shot there, it was called the Whitetail Inn, and then it was up north, and then it was a lot of different places. But we were supposed to just shoot the interiors there because we thought it looked really beautiful, and the crew lit the place beautifully. And then we were going to shoot exteriors at a different place that was like this scenic place from the exterior on the river, more fall colors. But it was an independent film. We had to cut stuff off the schedule, and so we ended up shooting this kind of eyesore bar from the outside too. So, but it kind of worked. It was like this roadside place in Wisconsin. It really, I think we captured that.
I think you captured that whole feel for that. And now, the subject matter is, I think, typical of most comedians, right? They want that big break. They want some talent scout to notice them and put them on one of the big shows,
the
comedy
Tonight
shows.
Show, or
And
the Late
in your
Night Show.
case, you were writing about the Tonight Show and having a talent scout at this remote bar in Wisconsin. That was just funny as heck. And I got to say that you're who was it? Lance Barber?
Yeah, Lance.
Kenny. He really great supporting character for your character in that. That was just gold.
Lance was just like one of those guys. Like we auditioned a lot of people, but when he came in, it's like that cliche, like everybody else go home, because this is the guy. Like he was that good and just a great guy. We've remained good friends, and he's been on Nightlight a few times. And I knew, everybody knew he was gonna just work a ton, and he's had a really good run with Young Sheldon and The Comeback. So we knocked it out of the park with Lance. He's great.
Talking with Pete Schwaba here, the host of Nightlight on the Civic Media Network every evening. And now, Pete, I wanted to ask you, you've had a few showings of this, but have you done anything recently? We want to bring this film to Madison and rent a theater or something and have a little get together
and bring it back
and show the Godfather of Green Bay. What do you think about that?
Would love it. And when we released it, Marcus Theaters put it out in like 12 theaters before it went out. And Madison was our best. People in Madison really responded to it, so I'm excited to. People in my hometown did not care for it one bit. But
really,
we did. No, you know what? People everywhere, for the most part, the response was really good. But when you watch it in the town you shot it in, no one is paying attention to the story. you just hear people whispering, "There's my garage. There's my cousin Phil," that kind of stuff. So that was kind of frustrating. But no, Madison, we had great screenings. I would love to do that.
Well, we'd like to play it here only just to give away T-shirts, really.
Good. I'm a little low on laundry. I would love that.
Okay, we'll give you one. The thing is, Michael Wilmington did not like your film. Dwayne Dudek did not like your film. And when you have these big, highfalutin critics coming out against you, boy, I don't know. How do you fight something like that? Dwayne, I don't understand him. Now he's from the Milwaukee Journal, is it?
Yeah. He's
for him to say you don't have to be overly sensitive dairy state booster to take offense. I enjoyed everything in that movie about the dairy state and having a lot of fun with it. You were having fun with it.
Well, I didn't understand it either, but Michael Wilmington is from Wisconsin.
Yes. Did he work? He worked at one of the papers here for a while.
I don't know, but I remember. I think he gave it like 2 stars out of 4 or whatever, and Dudek just crushed it. And it was a good thing I never came face to face with him for about a month after, because I get the deal. I thought he got a little harsh, for a little independent film, and I haven't gone back to it. I kind of forgotten about Dwayne Dudek, so thank you for that. But that's the nature of the business, and I don't have any ill will toward anybody. But we got a great review from Ain't It Cool News, which at the time was like the hip cool online reviewer. The Tribune or the Journal at the time, I was like, this is the review I was most clinging to, and we got a lot of other good reviews. And when we screened it in LA, I cast one of Nia Vardalos's friends, Tracy Thorpe, and she had all the success with Big Fat Greek Wedding. So Nia came and she introduced me to Tom Hanks's company, and Tom's partner Gary Getzman loved the movie. He said after The Big Lebowski, it was his favorite film ever. So I was like just kind of blown away by that. So it opened some doors, but and we got some good reviews, but you're going to have bad reviews. That's just the nature of the beast.
I have to say that the cinematography was great. It really was. The thing is, when you don't notice the cinematography, that means it's really, really well done. I mean, you had scenes in the car. I mean, everything was just very natural. When you see a local film, it doesn't normally have that touch to it, and it was really well done.
I love the fight scenes because they look like a real brawl going. I mean, they were funny.
Yeah, who was that? Who played Jake? Big Jake. It was
Tony Goldwyn. Yeah, he was fantastic. And Tom Lennon.
The Macarena. Yeah, that was his thing, right? I mean, the whole bar came together when he started doing the Macarena.
We played the hell out of that song, and that to me, it was funny because we played it to death. I just thought it got funnier. And when we watched the film with audiences, that last shot where he's driving around in the car and he leaves his garage and he's got the Macarena on after we'd seen him do it 3 or 4 times, it got a huge laugh. So we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with that song.
Well, a full box of popcorn from me, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 71%. So that's pretty good, I think, for Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you ever thought about a sequel?
Yeah, that's what I was leading up to here. Why don't you make another movie?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying. You guys looking for acting work, or what is this?
That's right. That was our next question.
Yeah. You talked about that before, too.
Yeah, if somebody writes me a check, I'll make anything. Sharknado 12,
All right. Why don't we get into the current films that are out there? Right. Now, you went out and just saw a movie that Dom had just gone out to see yesterday.
That's true.
And it's
what was it?
Weapons. Yep.
Weapons.
Yeah. That movie. What did you think of it? I thought I gave it genuinely a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I liked it too. I thought it was creepy. And but I had a couple things that I was like, well, but overall I really liked it. But I felt this director, Zach Cregger's, I liked his last film, Barbarian. Did you see Barbarian, Tom?
I did see Barbarian. Yeah, it's very both of those films that he directed are very gory films. So
yeah, they get that way. But I like Barbarian better. I thought it was like a cleaner story. And but I did like Weapons. Yeah, I don't know that I would have rushed to the theater to see it like I kind of did. Like I drove down to Green Bay yesterday early to see it, and there was 2 other people in the theater, and that's creepy too, because you think something's going to trigger them and they're going to kill you and eat you.
I got scared too.
Well, Gordy and I wanted I wanted to go see the Fantastic Four, and Gordy wanted to see Naked Gun. And
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't
looking
seen either of those
at the
yet.
Marcus Theaters here, and I was thinking we could sneak out, we could get it in, but they're out of the theaters this week. They're gone.
Oh,
They're
Naked
history.
Gun is?
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
man, I'm trying to get David Zucker on my show because I would love for him to talk about that too, like his
Did you
Naked
like it?
Gun. I thought it was okay. I thought there were some laughs, but I just don't think you can beat Leslie Nielsen.
Oh,
right.
no.
That's the thing. Yeah.
And Liam Neeson's great, but he's still Liam Neeson. I'm like watching this action hero, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's brutal, right? He's very serious and hard hitting.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Pete, can you stay with us a couple more minutes?
I can stay with you guys forever. The check just cleared. I am yours for the rest of the morning. So thank you for that.
I'm surprised it cleared.
We will continue with Pete Schwab in just a moment on John and Gordy in the Morning on 92.7 WMDX, Madison, Wisconsin. Stay with us.
Just looking out your window at the world outside, paradise ain't far away. Here in my head, it's just another day. Here I am.
All right.
Okay, what else we got here?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, that's right. Bodines are all over that.
Yeah,
movie.
you really.
You guys want to talk about that? I'd love to talk
Yeah,
about
okay.
Kurt Newman. He was great.
Let's
And,
do that. Let's talk about the Bodines.
Yeah.
Hey,
They were
Dom,
in Madison.
can you send me a file or a link to the podcast? Getting up this early, I totally forgot to post that I would to my 14 followers that I was going to be on the show. But
I can send you a link to the.
okay, I'll post it
for sure.
later. Awesome.
Yeah. Sweet. What was that song called? Paradise? Bodine?
Paradise.
They were
yeah.
just in Madison about a month ago. I saw them at the new
Yeah.
Atwood Music Hall, which is a great place.
Do they have a similar sound? I know it's just one Bodine at this point, right?
Yeah, they sounded just like the Bodines. I mean,
Yeah,
that
they had a
place has
bad
perfect
breakup.
acoustics.
How was the crowd, Gordy? Was it?
It was they had a full house there.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
They were kind of. I had Kurt on the show to kind of do a last minute thing, but I didn't know because Barbara, his wife, kind of said that they weren't sure. So I'm glad that the fact that
No,
ended
it
up being
turned
a
out well.
sellout,
Yeah,
that's great.
they
That's
had-
awesome.
all the seats were filled.
Yeah, it
I'm
was a
not
bad
taking.
split up.
I'm not taking all the credit for it. I'm just saying.
Is he the lead, Kurt? Is
Yeah,
he the lead guy? Yeah.
he's the founder, and he was
They
sort of
they
the.
were inducted into the Milwaukee Music
Oh, nice.
Hall of Fame or
Is that
something
so?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Kurt's a good dude, and Barbara's great too. They're
Mhm.
awesome. And I just reached out to them. I was just a fan, but I reached out to
Yeah.
them and ended up. It was another surreal moment. I'm like, oh god! And Kurt wrote a whole score, and he said he
Yeah.
had never done that. So I was like, man, I hope it's good. I would hate to,
Yeah.
he was one of my favorite musicians at the time. So he just crushed it.
So is it like songs that they've done already, or he created new songs for
Both.
your?
Yeah,
Oh.
he wrote. There's a great Milwaukee actor, Eric Price.
Okay, let's
who's
talk.
the-
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's burn all the good stuff during
Yeah.
the break.
Yeah, right.
We said that already.
All right, 1 minute.
Sunlight fall down on the field. Sunlight fall down over me. Oh, go lay and be all that I can be.
I can say what's only simple. Say I can say what's only clear. Oh, I can feel your heart is beating. I'm telling what is all that I feel.
WMDX, John and Gordy in the morning, 92.7. Check us out on the Civic Media app as well. Text us and leave a voice note.
This portion of the show brought to you by Verlo Mattress. They have a back-to-school sale going on all this month. Start the school year off right with a new mattress set built just for your student. They'll get a better night's sleep with a new Verlo mattress. They're on the Madison's east side and west side. Go to verlo.com. Check out their lifetime comfort guarantee. We're back with Pete Schwaba, host of Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network, 6 to 8 p.m.
And we played the Bodines because the Bodines did your soundtrack.
Yeah, for Godfather of Green Bay. What was that? How did you make that connection, Pete?
I think I kind of got lucky because I just reached out to them on their website. I thought, the movie's very Wisconsin, very Midwest, as were the Bodines. And at the time, they were between managers, and Kurt Newman, who founded the band, and his wife, Barbara, were just kind of doing it. Barbara was sort of their manager. So she got right back to me, and I went down to a show with some family members over the holidays, I think it was, in Green Bay, and we met, and Kurt was into it, and he wrote a score and gave us some of the band's music and wrote a couple original songs. There's a great song he wrote called My Oh My, where Eric Price, he's the kid in the Beaver Patrol t-shirt, is dancing from the bar, and then he stops at our table and he's kind of shaking his butt, and Lance Barber is cracking up. And so that song is called My Oh My, and Kurt wrote that just for the movie. So he wrote a lot of great music, specifically songs for the film, and a great score too. That was lucky. It was fun having all that control because everything I had done up until that point, I wrote and sold. And it's fun being in those rooms with studios, and they, but they only made one of the films that we sold called A Guy Thing. And you're kind of, you write the script, and then they kind of let you dabble with it a little bit, and then they kind of send you away, or at least they did us. So it was, it's hard when you sell something, it never gets made. So that was the fun of The Godfather of Green Bay, was having so much creative control,
Now, it's the credit goes to Garland Productions. Is that who's the Garland in this case?
Garland Pictures. Garland stands for, I think it was Gary and Linda, and it was the producers, Brian and Josh Edding. It was their parents. They kind of did like a Miramax thing. But they're the greatest guys you'll ever meet. They're nothing like the Weinsteins. So they
that's good to know. I was
they're so great. Like, they're both like born and raised in the Valley in California, and Brian comes to Marinette, and people within a week liked him more than they liked me. Like, they're the most down-to-earth guys. And that was one of the smart things I did, was surround myself with good people, and they're tops. So
all right.
Who do you got on the show tonight, Pete?
A little guy you might have heard of and be familiar with his work, called Dan Schaefer, of the recombobulation area.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Dan and I have been talking for a while now about him coming back on the show. He's been on before, but we're going to talk about The Wire tonight, the TV show The Wire, which is one of his favorites. And one of my favorites as well, and is widely considered one of the best TV shows ever. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It's a great show. And then Rob Brackenridge, one of my favorite comedians, will be on in the studio after Dan. So it should be a good show.
All right.
Hey, we want to invite you to our WMDX listener appreciation party if you can make it.
If you're in town.
It's on September 6th. That's a Saturday, and it's at Downdren's Distilling in Cottage Grove. And we're gathering some of our WMDX personalities, and love to see you come. It's going to be a fun day, fun afternoon. It starts at 3:00. We're going to have a tasting party there, and take a tour of the distillery, and have a good time. So if you're available, we'd love to have you show up.
Oh, thank you. I would love to go. That's a tasting party. Is that wine?
It's
beer?
whatever they
Kind of
offer.
vague.
It's a distillery, so they've got a lot of different liqueurs to try.
They have
as well.
liqueur. They have a coffee liqueur, a maple syrup liqueur, watermelon brandy. They got all kinds of things.
Nice.
And they have the playground there for the kiddos, so you can let the kids play out there while you have some fun tasting some of their fine liqueurs.
I always wanted to ask you, what were the shows that you found funniest way back when? Yeah, I mean, I
TV?
was very
You talking?
inspired. Yeah, I was very inspired by Letterman. Get
Oh,
a
yeah.
Life from Chris Elliott.
Oh, that was great. That was a great show. Get a Life.
It did not last long though. Like
Oh,
Get a
no.
Life was great. It was on like one season. I couldn't believe
two
that. 'cause-
seasons. 2 seasons.
Was it 2 seasons? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Chris
great. Chris Elliott, Brian Murray. I love Letterman. And a lot of people say Carson is the all-time late night king, and he probably is, but I just felt like Letterman, to me, he spoke more to me. And I know some people love Conan. But yeah, I think
Conan's great too. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Letterman. And I loved when Seinfeld came out. I was like, I've never seen a show like this. Like it was just
absolutely
different. And so I would say probably those 2 shows.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you recommend as far as a current movie out there? Would you recommend maybe Sketch or Jurassic Park? What have you seen any of the popular movies that are kind of sitting out there? Superman.
Yeah, I've seen all of those. I would say the best, probably the best movie I've seen this summer was Sinners.
Yes.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Went and saw that myself. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just saw a movie that was in theaters, like you were alluding to before. They come and go so fast, but 40 Acres, really good. You can stream it now at home. Very good film.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right, Pete. Well, thanks for joining us, Pete Schwaba. Listen to Nightlight tonight.
Thank you guys. Always fun.
Media Radio Network. Tomorrow on the show, Dr. Jim Conway will join us. He's a UW Madison professor. We're going to talk measles. We're talking measles tomorrow.
Sounds
Get your
fun.
measles
Sounds like we talked about
references.
a dystopian U.S. today. Let's talk about measles
From movies to
tomorrow.
measles.
Okay. Stephanie Miller is coming up next right here on 92.7 WMDX. John and Gordy, have a great day.
See you later.
See you later. So long. Bye-bye. Bye. Yeah.
As we were saying, let the sun shine. It's the John and Gordy Show.